Welcome back to Italy. It's round 4 of the FIA Motocross World Championship. My name is Paul Malin, and this is the MXGP of Trentino. Race 2, MX2, is about to get underway here. We are in the beautiful region of Trentino. Lake Garda, the Dolomite Mountains. All the activities you wish to pursue, you can do right here, whether it's on the lake, in the hills, on bicycles. It pretty much has everything laid out on a plate for you. Fantastic region. If you've never been here, then book yourself a ticket and come and join us next year when we return to the MXGP of Trentino here in Italy. It really is a fantastic location. We are located about 10 miles outside of the town of Arco. The Italian Grand Prix has taken place since 1958 at 35 different circuits since then. This Trentino circuit, Il Ciclamino, one of those that we have visited during that time. Around this Arco de Trento circuit, we've experienced 16 different winners individually, 32 different winners in total. And we're set to have 2 more winners today, one of those coming in MX2. It's breezy, the sun is in and out, it's a little bit patchy, but as you can hear, the atmosphere building, and it is absolutely fantastic to be here once again in this part of the world. From this current crop of MX2 riders, 3 have just made it to the podium. Who will it be that finds their way onto steps 1, 2, and 3 today? We'll have to wait and see. Got another 30 minutes plus 2 laps set to go here, MX2 Race 2. That's the racetrack, just under 1,600 meters long. A 180 left start, and the atmosphere electric. Here's what happened, MX2 Race 1 earlier. Jago Geerts over the line for his 3rd foxhole shot of the season. Closely followed by the 72 of Liam Everts, the 125 on the Honda of Emil Weckman of Finland. Simon Langenfelder made a good start. He and Andrea Adamo side by side as they went up the first hill. Langenfelder went missing on the first lap though, and came round in 18th place. Kai de Wolf started to find his way through traffic, made that pass on Mikkel Harup to move into 6th place. His teammate, 39, also moved by a lap later to move into 7th. Weckman in trouble there, just got out of shape. So too did Thibaut Benistant. He was in 3rd, being pursued by the number 80 of Andrea Adamo, the crowd favourite. 2 almost coming together there, but eventually on lap 11, the Italian took his opportunity and listened to the applause and the roars of the crowd as he did so. He was now into 3rd place on the Red Bull KTM. They liked it down there as well. On the final lap, he caught and passed his teammate Liam Everts and moved into 2nd position with about a 1/3 of a lap to go. But no one was a match for Jago Geerts, who went on to win race 1. Adamo 2nd, Everts 3rd, Benistant, de Wolf, your top 5. Lisa was down on the grid a few moments ago. She caught up with Emil Weckman and Andrea Adamo.
MX2 Race 2 is about to get underway, but let's catch up with home hero Andrea Adamo. Andrea, we have to speak about that first race. I mean, you were so persistent. You made a fantastic move on Benistant and gave your home crowd exactly what they came here for.
Yes, exactly. It was a good moto for me. The start was not the best, around 6th, and then just lap after lap I tried to find different lines, and yeah, I made a pass on Thibaut, and then I start to catch the other 2, Liam and Jago, but I was not sure that I could catch them because they was already pretty far. But yeah, I was feeling good, and then I came just on the back of them, and then I made a pass on the last lap for P2. So yes, I was so happy, and we tried to do the same or better.
Just tell us quickly, how's your home GP been with the fans, with the media and the crowd? Has it been difficult to manage your emotions around it?
Yeah, well, for sure, we cannot say that wasn't a busy weekend. No, it was a busy weekend, but I like it. I like people. I like the people around the track. We always struggle with the people, with the public, unfortunately. So today we have, and yeah, we try to make it, make them proud, and also we need to give time also for them because they want a session, they want pictures and everything. So yes, it's quite a busy weekend, but we try to always keep focus.
Enjoy it. Thanks, Andrea. Now, I really want to speak to the 125 of Emil Weckman, mainly because that performance in race 1, where did that come from? I mean, you definitely turned some heads. You finished P8, but honestly, it was a solid ride from you.
Yeah, it was a very good race. I had a good start. I finished third, and I was third in the start. So, yeah, I had a good start, and then I just tried to keep up with the front guys and finished 8th. It was a very good race for me.
Okay, well, let's quickly talk about the track here. Obviously, a rocky, hard-packed track traditionally. A bit more softer soil now. In terms of tyre uses, would you use the scoop? And if so, what's the compromise? Where would you gain? Where would you lose?
Yeah, I'm using the scoop only for the start, because here it's important to have a good start and be in the front. And yeah, you will lose a little bit riding-wise, but yeah, it's important to start, so yeah.
Okay, well, have a good one. Thanks, Emil. Good luck there to Emil and all the guys. It's time for MX2, race 2.
Are you sure about that, Lisa? Anyway, good to catch up with a couple of the riders there from race 1, and they'll be featuring in race 2, of course. We're now at round 4, MXGP of Trentino there on the left-hand side. A couple of weeks' time, we go to Portugal, which is back-to-back with Spain. The week off, and then we go to France. And then obviously you can see everywhere there. We finalise, we finish the season 1st of October at the MXGP of Great Britain, and then the week after that, the FIM Monster Energy Motocross of Nations in France, and we cannot wait for that. So just moments away then from MX2 race 2. Simon Langenfelder lines up on pole position as a result of his qualifying race win on Saturday from Benistant, Andrea Adamo, Gargo Kietz, Liam Everts, Roman Amosdijk, Lucas Koonen, Kai de Wolf, Kevin Horgmo, and then Rick Elzinger and the rest with Tondel, Gifting, as you can see on screen. A couple of Brits in there as well, Bobby Bruce and Joel Rizzi. Rizzi only having about 4 or 5 laps on that JM Honda midweek, filling in for the injured Indonesian rider that was there in, where were we, Switzerland a week ago. Gargo Kietz, Monster Energy Yamaha, your winner from race 1, his 4th race win of the season. He'll be looking to make it a double here if he can. He has got form around here. Thibaut Benistant, hoping to get on the podium. Only 3 riders from MX2 on the podium here in Italy at this Trentino venue. Gargo Kietz has 5 podiums, 2 of those as a winner, 3 of those as a second place finisher. Andrea Adamo, Red Bull KTM Factory Racing, would love to get on the podium here in front of his home fans, especially after what he did in race 1, where he finished in second place ahead of his teammate here, Liam Everts. He was so close to possibly picking up a race win, the first of his career. In the end, had to settle for 3rd, still his best result. Roman Amosdijk will be keen also to make it towards the front. He was 6th in race 1. Can he pick up his 2nd race win of the season? Same for his teammate, Kai de Wolf. Good charge through the fields. Then she came home in 5th place. And the Stan Husqvarna rider focusing on the task at hand. Got a podium here previously. Can he get on the podium again today? Fly Racing, 15-second board up for the final time today. MX2 race 2, 30 minutes plus 2 laps. All eyes will be on the left-hand side of the gate, the right-hand side as we look down from the first turn. 5-second board turns. Kietz in gate 4 alongside him, Adamo. Thibaut Benistant in gate number 1. Oh, and Kietz gets hit, and riders cartwheeling down the straight. One of those was an F&H Kawasaki. Elzinger is down there in turn 1. So too is Cornelius Tondel. Kietz got tagged down the start straight as well. by possible, not sure if it was his teammate, but Benistant certainly getting a good start, but so too Langenfelder, who leads. Benistant second, Everts third, Adamo there in fourth place, in white, Elsinger in fifth. A couple of Husqvarnas in there as well. Kai de Wolf in sixth, Van der Moosdijk seventh. What a recovery for Jago Kiets, already there in eighth place, seventh place now, as he rounds out the first couple of corners, first, second, third, fourth, and then goes down. Adamo puts him on the floor. Picks himself up, handlebar grips, and is down again. From bad to worst here, just unthinkable. Right at the back. Coolly pulls his tear off, takes a deep breath. He has got 29 minutes plus 2 laps. We've got a rider down there as well. But Langenfelder, what a start to MX2 Race 2. We'll give you some recaps in just a few moments' time. Simon Langenfelder leads on lap 1. Jago Kiets got tagged coming out of the start. He fell. He actually got himself up to fourth in the first handful of corners, then went down and then fell. He got tagged again as he picked himself up. He is right at the back in 29th place. But it's Langenfelder who leads the way. Thibaut Benistant here in second position. The end of this unofficial first lap. Then we've just had the start just a moment ago. But it's Langenfelder who leads the way. Benistant second, Everts third, Adamo fourth, Weckman 5. Here's what happened at the start. Watch gate number 4. Jago Kiets gets tagged there by Adamo. A couple of riders go cartwheeling down the straight. Langenfelder with the foxhole shot on the Red Bull gas. Nothing in it between these two. Less than a second between these guys. Everts right there in third place. If you put the flag out now, Benistant, Liam Everts and Adamo all on 40 points. And it would be that order as well. Benistant, Everts and Adamo. So a lot at stake between the first 3 riders in this race in terms of the outcome of this Grand Prix. Kiets up to 23rd. He would have a 3-point advantage as it stands right now because he is out of the points. He entered race 2 with a massive margin over his rivals. Here's Emil Weckman in red. Weckman currently in 7th place. Van der Moosdijk, Horgmo, so it's Braceras who went down at the start for F&H Kawasaki. He's right at the back in 29th place, just ahead of Peter Pollock and Cornelius Tondel. Getting ready for our first official lap. Simon Langenfelder with the fastest lap of the race. Jago Kiets had a 25-point advantage at the start of this race. That has been slashed to 3 points with that fall on the opening lap and with Benistant circulating in second position. Here's Kai de Wolf launching up into 6th place at the moment. So at the end of lap 1, Langenfelder leads, Benistant second. Everts under attack there from Adamo, just like they were in race 1. This time, though, Adamo has 25.5 minutes plus 2 laps in which to find his way past his Belgian teammate. He caught him within the last 2 laps of the race, had to make the pass on the final half lap to make that second place stick. That's exactly what he did. But Langenfelder already 2.5 seconds clear of the rest of the field at the moment. Benistant there out of sight. Here's Everts, he's in 3rd, Adamo 4th, De Wolf, Weckman, Van der Moosdijk, Horgmo, Bruce and Panzer. Oriol Oliver is next in 11th, ahead of Jack Chambers. Didn't finish the first race, had a technical issue whilst in about 16th place. Lucas Koenen down in 13th, ahead of Isaac Gifting, Joel Rizzi Lorenzo Chabatti. Jago Kietz now up to 18th place. Elsinger 19, Olsen and Martinez. Watch this here. Kietz about gate 4 on the far side, gets tagged there. A couple of riders go cartwheeling. One of those was Braceras. One of those, the 401 of Marcel Stauffer. But it was Langenfelder who grabbed the foxhole shot, the second one of the day. And he leads comfortably at the moment by 2.5 seconds on the Red Bull Guess. Up and over the Liqui Moly triple jump. Chambers from Florida up to 13th place now on the Big Van World MTX Kawasaki. He is in a battle with Oriol Oliveira and Jan Panzer. Emil Weckman had a fantastic first race. Got a good start. He was hanging around sort of 3rd, 4th place for a couple of laps, and then he eventually dropped to 5th. That's the rider in red on the Ship to Cycle Honda Motor Blues SR machine. Eventually came home in 8th place. Look how tight it is for the top step of the podium. A 3-way tie between Benistant, Everts, Adamo. Benistant would get it because he has the best result so far in this second race. He is 2nd, Everts 3rd, Adamo 4th. That is why the Benistant, that's why the result would go Benistant's way. Adamo makes a pass on Everts. He's suddenly on the top step of the podium. Everts on Benistant, likewise. However, Kai de Wolf closing in 5th place could throw a spanner in the works if he gets close enough to Adamo. Adamo got on the podium in Lombardia round 2 last year when we were at Mantova, his first podium in MX2. It all happened on the final lap. And he was ecstatic because it was his home crowd. 2nd in race 1, he has another opportunity to make it onto the podium at his home round again. This time at Trentino. Langenfelder heading uphill in the opposite direction across the back of pit lane. 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, heading up over the Liqui Moly triple jump. Led out by Thibaut Benistant, Liam Everts, Adamo, and then at the back there in white on the Husqvarna, Kai de Wolf. We are on lap 4. Emil Weckman in 6th place, Kai de Wolf, number 74 there, just at the back of the shot just a moment ago. He has just set the fastest lap of the race, 1:51.7. Everyone else around in 52s or 53s. He is making massive inroads into this trio of riders ahead of him. Meanwhile, Jago Kietz up to 13th place, pulling points back, vital points back towards his championship tally. But 21.5 minutes plus 2 to go. Langenfelder 3.2 seconds clear, but we cannot take our eyes off this battle. And Adamo goes through on Everts and takes 3rd away. Adamo now up to 3rd, Everts down to 4th. Kai de Wolf closing all the time. Oh, almost into the rear wheel of the Belgian there, through that middle part of the corner. And Everts looking to fight back immediately as well. As it stands right now, when Adamo crosses the line this time around, he should be leading the Grand Prix overall. Has never had a Grand Prix victory. What a day it would be if he can win here. Langenfelder leads the race, Benistant 2nd, Adamo 3rd, Everts 4th. Kai de Wolf looking to try and find his way around the outside. Adamo now at the top of the leaderboard in terms of the overall classification. He's on 42, Benistant 40, Everts on 38. And Langenfelder on 37. Everts will be off the podium if de Wolf goes through. So 20 minutes plus 2 to go as we focus on this battle here. Lisa Leyland getting ready to talk to Jeremy Fontaine from Monster Energy Yamaha factory MX2. Of course, Thibaut Benistant second, Jago Geerts, the championship leader, now up to 12th. And obviously had a difficult first lap. Bad start, made up for it, went down twice on the opening lap. Let's hear what Jeremy Fontaine has to say. Here he is with Lisa.
Jeremy, we see Thibaut in second at the moment. He's currently in the fight for the overall GP, although it's very tight at the top. Is he going to be able to get the job done?
Yeah, you know, Thibaut make a very good start. So now he fight for win the GP with 3 or 4 guys, I think. So gonna be not so easy, but he try. Yeah, now we need to wait a little bit, and then we see the result from Thibaut. Jago was not make so nice start, so he crashed. I think he made some mistake and after one half lap. Sorry. So now, yeah, he need to fight also to make less gap and to pass some rider.
Best of luck for the team. Thank you, Jeremy.
Thank you.
We are on lap 6 here. MX2 race 2, round 4 of the FIM Motocross World Championship. This is the MXGP of Trentino. Langenfelder leads. He's just set the fastest lap of the race on his Red Bull Gas at 1:51.508. He's 5.3 seconds clear of second place Thibaut Benistant here, the lead rider in shot on the Monster Energy Yamaha. Andrea Adamo on the Red Bull KTM now third with his pass on Everts just a moment ago. And it's Adamo who is in pole position in terms of the overall classification in this Grand Prix. With a second and a third, he would stand on the top step of the podium here in Italy in front of his home fans. He doesn't want to do it by 2 points, though. He wants to get a little bit more daylight between himself and his rivals. And if he can find his way past Thibaut Benistant, the rider from France here in second place, and he will gain 2 more vital championship points, it would put him within touching distance of second overall in the championship as well, which is currently occupied by the rider ahead of him, 198 Thibaut Benistant. Efficient through the waves, number 80 Adamo. He tries something different at the end of the straight, almost alongside, but can't find his way into that second place. Meanwhile, championship leader Jago Geerts has now found his way into 11th place. Oh! Thought he was going to try and commit there, Adamo. He was right to back out, though. This time he cuts to the inside. Still no way through, but he might be able to cut back up the inside of Benistant here at the top of the hill. He tries it. Benistant will surely feel the threat. Oh, almost bar to bar. And Adamo goes through. Adamo now second. Listen to the crowd. We are feeling like we're back in Italy of old when Cairoli had the same effect on this home crowd. The Tifosi on their feet once more, this time for Adamo. Yes, is the message from down there in pit lane. He now needs to keep his emotions in check because he will know that he is on the top step of the podium if things stay as they are. Everyone around this circuit on the side of Adamo, who is now in second place in the race, but he could walk away from here with his first ever career victory in MX2. And no better place to do it in the atmosphere here at Trentino. Kaider Wolf in white, bottom of the hill, still circulating in fifth, trying desperately to find his way past the Belgian Liam Everts, who is still in podium contention, third overall at the moment on 38 points. Langenfelder on 37. Langenfelder can't do any more than he's doing. He continues to lead the race. But it's Adamo who has the fastest lap of the race, a 1:51.1 compared to a 52.4 of the race leader. That kind of pace, he will be on Langenfelder in no time, will Adamo, and he'll be challenging for a race victory. This was 2 laps ago. Here's what happened. Kaider Wolf using more than his share of the racetrack there. Lucky to stay on 2 wheels and in 5th place. Teen Wolf lives to fight another lap or 2. Thibaut Benistant, you feel that he may be holding these guys up here whilst in 3rd place, and Everts is going to be the one that loses out. Oh, they were touching tyres through there. Everts felt it. And De Wolf was lucky to stay up on two wheels in that final corner. His front wheel climbed the rear of Everts. Benistant, not his usual flowing self, struggling to break free from these guys. Behind him, Everts and Kai De Wolf. Championship leader, meanwhile, Jago Kiet's still not able to advance further than 11th. He's still got about a second to make up on Lucas Koenen. Benistant doing just enough, it seems, to stay ahead of these two. The 72 and the 74 of Everts and De Wolf. De Wolf looking to try and cut back early if he can out of this turn. Not able to do so. Looks like they fixed some of those lines through the entry into that wave section after the first MXGP race. Everyone getting through there a little bit more efficiently this time around. As they stand at the moment, 7 laps completed. Langenfelder still about 5.3 seconds clear of Adamo. Adamo with the fastest sector 1. As Everts closes up on Benistant, can he go wide and cut back to the inside? Oh, he was just a little bit offline, a little bit out of shape on the approach to the hill in the background. That stopped his forward momentum. Benistant hanging on to 3rd place. Back end lighting up on the rear of the Red Bull KTM of Everts there, coming out of that final turn. A great showing from Everts this weekend. You're too shy. That's the message from the mechanics down there at Nastana. They want him to be a little bit more forceful if he's to find his way past either one or two of these riders. And he's not able to clear the triple. Cost him about a half a second or so. Can Everts conjure something up here at the bottom of the hill? The reason why they're so kind of easy on the gas through there, the ground drying out the top of the hill, those loose stones like marbles starting to come to the surface. Easy to lose the front end. Same through this part of the corner, off cambered until you hit that bank to the outside. When you're in the base of the Dolomite Mountains, the ground underneath hard, rocky and slick. They did bring a lot of dirt in over the last 3 or 4 years. Oh, De Wolf unseated, coming out of that turn. Hangs on to 5th, hangs on to his motorcycle. But it's Benistant who has the fight on his hands here, hanging on to 3rd, Everts 4th. De Wolf got all that work to make up once again. Watch this here, gets on the gas, cross-ruts himself there. Manages to stay on 2 wheels. And Everts has another go at Benistant this time. The pass is successful. It was Benistant who was out of shape as he crossed the summit. Everts now up into 3rd place. Nine laps complete. Everts now 3rd, Benistant 4th, De Wolf 5th. And with 11 plus 2 to go, this one has still a lot of legs in it. Kai De Wolf thought he'd found his way past Benistant at the bottom of the hill a moment ago. Benistant responding immediately. They're side by side, bar to bar, as they drop back down into the valley. And it's Benistant who's holding on just by the skin of his teeth. He'll go tight defensive, but he gets squeezed to the inside, and De Wolf now up into 4th place. Thibaut Benistant gets pushed back into 5th. Van der Moosdijk 6th. He's about 6 seconds further back. The second of the Nissan Husqvarnas. He's got about 10 seconds over Emil Weckman. And then we've got Kevin Horgmo, F&H Kawasaki, 3 seconds further back. Kiet's now up to 9 with his fastest lap of the race, the 52.6. Here's Liam Everts a moment ago, finding himself past Benistant, but Benistant just out of shape there as well. Great riding there from the Belgian. He moves to second overall. In the overall classification, 2 third-place finishes will do it for him. Langenfelder will be third, tied points with Jago Geerts. Benistant drops to 6th overall. So what a turnout, because when they were 2nd, 3rd, 4th in the race earlier on, Benistant, Everts and Adamo, they were tied for the top step of the podium. And Jago Geerts, what a fight through the field this has been. He's all over the back of Kevin Horgmo. He now sits in 9th. Nine minutes plus 2 to go. Jago Geerts now all over the back of Kevin Horgmo. These two fighting over 8th place. Here's why Geerts is in this position as he finds his way past the 24. Oh, man down, top of the hill, Weckman. That looks painful as well. But Geerts finds his way past 2 riders then in the space of about 100 metres. Here's the story of his race. He already got tagged at the bottom of the hill. He was in 4th place there after fluffing the start. Picked himself up, fell again. And then he's fought his way through past Horgmo. He is now going to be on the podium, unbelievably. Never say never. Never give up until the checkered flag. Race to the flag. That is the message. And that's exactly what Geerts is doing. And sometimes he rides better when the pressure's on like this. Doesn't have too much time to think about anything. Just gets on with the job. Langenfelder, I wonder if he's had the message. 5.4 seconds. Stay where you are. You win the Grand Prix. Because 5.4 seconds adrift of Langenfelder. Everts 3rd, De Wolf 4th, Benistant 5th. Van der Moosdijk. And then Geerts. He is now in 7th place. Weckman, we are still waiting for him to come through. He was 7th. He's now showing us 19th, 20th. Possibly won't even pick up any points. He went down. In fact, yeah, he's out of the points now. Tough luck for Emil Weckman on the shift to cycle. Honda Motor Blues SR machine. Look how shiny it is coming out of that final turn on the run towards the Monster Energy finish line. As Geerts likes at the back end. Here is Adamo, though. Andrea Adamo, Red Bull KTM Factory Racing. He is about to break the deadlock of Monster Energy Yamaha this year. Geerts 2 victories. Benistant winning last time out in Switzerland. And Everts in 3rd, under pressure from Kai de Wolf. It won't change his 2nd position in the Grand Prix, though. But Kai de Wolf will gain 2 positions, 2 more points. Put him on to 36. Keep him in 5th overall in the general classification as well. So this is just for 2nd. Liam Everts on 40 points. Jago Geerts now on 39. Yeah, he will. He'll drop down now that everything's corrected itself. So he will lose 2nd place. He'll be 3rd. Either way, it'll be his first career podium in MX2. Oh, there's Emil Weckman, look. Just riding back. Tough luck for the Finn, who fell a lap ago on the run-up towards the Liqui Moly triple, just after Jago Geerts had found his way past Kevin Horgmo in the preceding corner. This was Geerts up the inside. That's him going into set. Watch him go. Watch the rider ahead. Off the back of the bike. Oh, look at that. Tell you what, he needs a visit to the berry farm in the morning because he was well and truly trapped between the rear wheel and the rear shock there, and that would have been painful. It looked painful first time around, even more so in slow motion. So Langenfelder continues to lead. Adamo 2nd. Everts hanging on for 3rd. 5 minutes plus 2 to go. That's him in orange on the Red Bull KTM. And then we have De Wolf, Nastan Husqvarna. That's him on the face of the jump, top of the hill now. Both riders approaching traffic. And the Mostike 6, he at 7, Hortmo 8, Lucas Kuna 9, Jan Panzer 10. Everts dealing well with the back markers. Not so kind for Roman and the Mostike. Bit of breathing space for Everts this time around. Can he hang on to third in the race and second overall in the Grand Prix? Blue flags have been waved, but William Boxen Kleeman and Peter Pollock just making it difficult for the 74. And look at that, Everts is away once more. Everts still can't afford to relax though. And it's Benistant now getting caught up in the battle of the back markers who are outside of the points. Lap 13, unlucky for some, they say. Now then, does the body language from Kai de Wolf suggest that that is game over for his charge on Everts for third? Adamo seems to have settled in second place, knowing full well that he will take the overall Grand Prix victory for Red Bull KTM. The last one came obviously in a run of 3 in a row. Finland, France, Saint-Jean-d'Angely in Turkey. The last 3 rounds when Tom Vial was victorious at the final round and claimed his second world title. Three minutes plus 2 laps to go. Everts has been caught once more. Here's Simon Langenfelder, a rare sighting of the German on the Red Bull Gas. 6.5 seconds clear, pretty much leading all 13 laps. Not going to be good enough for the podium though, 2 points shy at the moment, behind Jago Geerts. Geerts started the race 25 points clear as the red plate holder. It looked like that gap was down to 3 when he was outside of the points, trying to claw his way back from a first lap fall. He's now back out to 22 over Andrea Adamo. So not too bad in the greater scheme of things. Could have been a lot worse. We are on lap 14. Kai de Wolf back onto the rear wheel of the Belgian Liam Everts, who is just up on the pegs, doing his thing, riding his own race, taking each turn, each straight, each lap as it comes. Doesn't look flustered, but flustered by what's going on behind him. Not sure if that was a flick of the head to avoid roost of the rear wheel of the KTM there, or if he was shaking his head in frustration as he went past pit lane there, Kai de Wolf. Again, not able to clear the triple. Everts gains another 1/2 to 3/4 of a second as a result of that. Just over a minute to go. If de Wolf can find his way past, takes the 2 points away from Everts, puts him on 38, promotes Jago Geerts to second on 39, which is what he has at the moment, 25 and 14, first and 7th for the championship leader. There's Thibaut Benistant, best he can muster up. Looks like it's going to be that 5th. Not going to be good enough for the podium for the rider who won the Ram qualifying race. The clock is ticking down. MX2 race 2. It will be very tight as Simon Langenfelder hits the line. Got 15 seconds on the clock. Just keeping an eye as to when he goes through, because he has about 6 seconds on Adamo. 3, 2, 1 on the clock. Oh, it's going to be 3 laps to go. He went through with a second to spare did Simon Langenfelder. And the 2-lap board stays in on the left-hand side. 3 laps to go. That will not do Liam Everts any favours. He might be able to hang on to that 3rd place. And I'm sure Mum Kelly, Dad Stefan, Grandad Harry, down there in pit lane or wherever they're watching from, will be absolutely chewing not just their fingertips, but their fingers right the way down to their knuckles. Hoping that Liam Everts stays there in 3rd place. They probably know that even 4th in the race is going to be good enough for a podium, but it won't be 2nd position, it'll be 3rd. Came so close to possibly winning his first race in race 1, just didn't have the legs in the end for Jago Kietz, and got caught on the last lap by his teammate Andrea Adamo, who is riding out of his skin today. The gods certainly shining down on Adamo today. And of course, Red Bull KTM, who are on course for having their first Grand Prix victory of 2023. Might have taken 4 rounds to get there. But 3 new riders in the squad this year: Adamo, Liam Everts, and soon to return to action, Sasha Coonan, who hasn't spun a lap yet in MX2 this year, injured in a pre-season race. Well, back markers might not be too kind for Everts this time around. 2-lap board getting ready to go out for Langenfelder, as Everts and Kai de Wolf come through. Guerda just being lapped there. He is in 20th place on the WZ Racing KTM. And he's with Jabati there, number 64. He takes a look over the shoulder, parks himself neatly between Everts and de Wolf. De Wolf having to go the long way round. All of a sudden, Jabati realises he's in amongst the fight between 3rd and 4th. We are on the penultimate lap. Again, de Wolf tries that inside, back end, left and right for Everts. Kai de Wolf as close as he has been in the last couple of laps or so. He'll have to go the long way round at the top of the hill. Can't drop into the middle line, which is the favoured line. Still recovers well, though, does the 74. That may be the first rehearsal for de Wolf. If he can't find his way past Everts on this lap, if he is close enough, that cut back, straight, turn might be the way through, if he is to get to 3rd place. Only 3 riders in MX2 from this current lineup of riders have made it to the podium. Jago Kietz with 5 visits to the podium here in Trentino. 2 of those the winner, 3 times the 2nd place finisher. De Wolf has been on the podium, 2nd overall. Mikkel Hara will not make the podium, so we're going to get a couple newcomers to the podium this weekend in MX2. 1 lap to go for Simon Langenfelder, Red Bull Gas Factory Racing. Andrea Adamo hits the line, just 1 more lap between him and his first ever Grand Prix victory. How difficult is it for him to keep his emotions under wraps here as he goes in through on this final lap? The Red Bull KTM rider, 6 seconds behind Langenfelder. Doesn't need to challenge him, doesn't need the race win, but 2 second place finishes will secure the top step of the podium, a first Grand Prix victory, a 4th podium in his career. Tiptoeing his way round. Meanwhile, here's Jago Kietz. He's now 7th, 5.5 seconds behind Rowan van der Moostijk, and number 39 on the Nissan Husqvarna factory racing machine. But talk about having to dig deep. Championship leader, Jago Kietz. Tagged coming out of the start, fell on the opening lap when he got tagged again, I think by Adamo actually. And then as he picked himself up, somebody else cleaned him up. So he was right at the back, 31st position. But stand up and take a bow for Andrea Adamo. Red Bull KTM Factory Racing takes a look over his shoulder. He is in second position. He sees a flash of orange, which is his teammate Liam Everts, not close enough to launch an attack. Simon Langenfelder, Red Bull Gas will round out the final couple of corners. He will win race 2. It won't be good enough for the podium. But Langenfelder wins race 2. He will enjoy that moment. But Andrea Adamo wins the Grand Prix of Trentino with 2 second places and wins at home here in Italy. And the first to congratulate him, and it's a 1-2 for Red Bull KTM. Antonio Cairoli, 9-time world champion, right there on hand to congratulate Andrea Adamo and Liam Everts. What a Grand Prix. Welcome back to the podium and the party, Red Bull KTM. Not that you ever left, of course. Claudio De Carli right there as well. What an Italian Grand Prix, or Trentino Grand Prix, we've had here. As Andrea Adamo goes 2-2 to win here at home in Trentino, his first Grand Prix victory. He does it here in Italy. He will be absolutely ecstatic, and you know what, I wish this was the second race on the day, because this podium would have been absolutely frantic, crazy, as they would have embarked down there on the top step. But what a day. Here is Andrea Adamo, Valentina Ragni there, team coordinator. What a day. Lisa Leyland getting ready to speak to
Andrea Adamo, your first ever GP victory, and you've done it on home soil. It doesn't get much better than this, does it?
Yes, no words, really, I'm so happy. But I think somebody helped me. I think somebody helped me, because, yeah, I didn't expect this, and here he get his first victory, and here I get my first victory.
I think you helped yourself. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Andrea Adamo, Red Bull KTM Factory Racing. 2x2 today, 2 second place finishes. Enough to clinch his first ever Grand Prix victory in MX2. He wins the overall Grand Prix here, the MXGP of Trentino. It will be a rapturous and a raucous podium when they play out the national anthem. He wins ahead of his teammate Liam Everts as well. Celebrations for Red Bull KTM. How you doing down there, Harrison? Harry Norton, the technical coordinator. Emotional scenes down there behind the podium area as Andrea Adamo finally gets to celebrate with his team, his family, his parents and sponsors. Simon Langenfelder wins race 2 ahead of Andrea Adamo and Liam Everts, the 2 Red Bull KTM riders behind the Red Bull Gas, and then the 2, the Nissan Husqvarna of Kai de Wolf 4th. Thibaut Benistant's Monster Energy Yamaha next ahead of Van der Moosdijk, Geerts and Horgmo. 9th place for Lucas Koenen, with 10th place going to Jan Panzer, the privateer. Rick Elsinger rounds out in 11th, ahead of Isaac Gifting. First race back for him this weekend. Mikkel Harp, Joel Rizzi, Bobby Bruce, Iago Martinez, David Braceras, Philip Olsen, the 64 of Lorenzo Ciabatti, and Mike Guerda. The overall Grand Prix, though, belongs to Andrea Adamo. 2 second place finishes, 44 points, 4 more than his Red Bull KTM teammate Liam Everts. First Grand Prix victory for Adamo, first podium for Everts, and Iago Geerts on the podium for the 3rd time this year, and keeps hold of his championship leader's red plate. Rounding out the top 5, Simon Langenfelder and Kai de Wolf on 37 points and 34 points. Iago Geerts continues to lead the championship, 22 points now between him and Adamo, who moves up 2 places to 2nd. 1 point clear of Thibaut Benistant, who drops to third, De Wolf down to fourth, Langenfelder up to fifth, Everts now in seventh.
Che bello essere qui e poter.
Manufacturer's chase looks like this. Yamaha still on top there with 220. KTM now up to second. Husqvarna down at third. Gas fourth. Then we have Kawasaki, Honda, and Fantic.
L'ho fatto, ne ho pronunciati 3 nel campionato europeo. La speranza era quella naturalmente di poter.
A lot of things to dissect from that second MX2 race.
Ma perché no? Non diamoci lì.
Jago Geerts getting cut off on the start straight, almost crashing. Got himself up to fourth. Let's take a look at the foxhole shot though, shall we? Before we go anywhere. Simon Langenfelder with his first black plate of the season. Sagala, Giorgio, Fox dealer, handing him the black plate here this weekend. Jago Geerts goes to the top of the Black Fox leaderboard. Langenfelder, Adamo is next.
E allora possiamo iniziare ad acclamare i 3 protagonisti.
Get ready for the podium then here. And those who can access the start straight will. Third overall, Jago Geerts, Monster Energy Yamaha Factory MX2. Tough day at the office for the Belgian, but he continues to lead the championship. Going into round 5 in Portugal, but he'll be disappointed with how that second race played out. Liam Everts, Red Bull KTM Factory Racing, second overall, his first podium. Another page has been written in the Everts history, in the motocross history of the Everts family. Andrea Adamo, Red Bull KTM Factory Racing, on the top step of the podium. No better place to do it here than on home soil at Trentino. What a day for Andrea Adamo and Liam Everts.
A rappresentare il Podium Red Bull Factory Racing, Antonio Cairoli.
Team manager Antonio Cairoli, just the 9 times as a world champion, 179 podiums. Should we make this his 180th podium? His first as a team manager. 94 as a winner, 95 now, if you like, with Andrea Adamo. Walter Wodman handing the third place trophy to Jago Geerts. Third overall here today. Second overall, Liam Everts, Red Bull KTM Factory Racing. Domenico Gostoli, head of brand, RAM, Enlarge Europe. Great partner of the series this year. Giovanni Copioli, FMI president. Probably the biggest smile on the face apart from that man right there. Andrea Adamo lifts that trophy high as he celebrates from the top step of the podium here in Trentino. And the first trophy as a team manager for Antonio Cairoli. Antonio Cairoli takes his first trophy as team manager for Red Bull KTM Factory Racing. 179 podiums as a winner, 94 from the top step. His first now as a team manager. Andrea Adamo, Liam Everts, Jago Geerts. But the championship leader's red plate will be delivered back to Jago Geerts. Antonio Elia Portela, the FIM CMS director, makes sure that the Yamaha man takes control of that. Geerts continues to lead as we head to round 5 in Portugal in 2 weeks' time. National anthem time, and it'll be a loud one here in Italy for Andrea Adamo. Andrea Adamo, Red Bull KTM Factory Racing, stands on the top step of the podium here, the MXGP of Trentino, his home Grand Prix, flanked by his teammate Liam Everts, who went 3-3, and championship leader Jago Geerts, Monstradity Yamaha. We'll talk to the top three in a few moments. Before that, though, the highlights of the race. MX2 race 2 went something like this. Jago Geerts got snagged going down the start straight. At the same time, three other riders went hurtling down the start straight. Lucas Kuhn, one of those. Rick Elsinger getting caught there. David Braceras also in the melee there as well. Geerts, though, recovered immediately and exited the first couple of corners in around about 7th or 8th position. Everts was into 3rd behind Benistant. This was Geerts getting tagged by Adamo whilst 4th at the bottom of the hill on the opening lap. Picked himself up, got tagged again here, look, and then went down again. He had a hard fight through the field. Adamo found his way past Liam Everts for 3rd place, and then went after Thibaut Benistant to take over 2nd. Then that secured him the overall Grand Prix victory if he could stay there. Everts then found his way onto the rear wheel, eventually found his way past Thibaut Benistant. That put him into 3rd. And that would be good enough for 2nd overall if the hard-charging Kai de Wolf, who just found his way past Thibaut Benistant there, couldn't find his way past Everts in the latter stages. Emil Weckman crashed out at the top of the hill, and at the same time, Geerts found his way past Hordmo. Everts under attack in the final stages, but managed to fend off the challenge from de Wolf. Simon Langenfelder won the race from Adamo and Everts. Adamo crossed the line to win the Grand Prix overall. Everts 2nd overall. What a day for Red Bull KTM and Andrea Adamo.
Andrea Adamo, massive congratulations. 2 second-place finishes, 2 fantastic moves on Benistant. Gave the home crowd exactly what they wanted. You fed off that energy today, and it made a massive difference.
Yes, I started, again, not so bad, but not perfect. And then I just passed who I needed for a win. I knew that Simon, unfortunately, had a bad first moto. So the main contender was Jago and Thibaut and also Liam. So I made a pass on them, and then, yes, I tried to control the race and just finished the race on P2.
Well deserved. Thanks, Adamo. 2nd overall today we have Liam Everts. Liam, you've waited a long time for this. Your first ever MX2 career podium. How does this moment feel?
Yeah, very cool. 2nd moto went a bit better than the first one. And yeah, I just had so much fun out on the track. I really didn't expect it to come in this GP, but and so early. So yeah, super happy.
Congratulations, Liam. Thank you. 3rd overall today we have Jago Geerts. Jago, really mixed emotions that 2nd race. You really had to dig deep. It was damage limitation, wasn't it?
Yeah, first moto I took the whole shot and got the win, so that was really good. And 2nd heat, didn't have the best start, but I already made a couple passes in the first few corners. But then I got hit by someone and I crashed, and then I was up quite quick, but someone hit me again, so I was dead last, and then still finished 7th. So it was quite a good weekend, and I think also quite okay for the championship.
Thank you.
Quite okay for the championship indeed for the 193, the championship leader. Could have been so much worse, but he leaves here with a 22-point margin. 3rd overall in the championship. Liam Everts, what a day for the young Red Bull KTM rider. His first career podium, adding to the Everts family dynasty. 3 generations now of Everts have made it onto the podium in the World Motocross Championship. Andrea Adamo, what a day. 2 2nd-place finishes, a cool, calm head. Knew exactly what he needed to do. But he wins here, the MXGP of Trentino, in front of his home fans. Congratulations, Andrea Adamo and Red Bull KTM Factory Racing. Next up, MXGP Race 2.